Who cheats more, men or women?
Men. Easy men.
I spent the past week trying to answer a question many of us are too afraid to ask. Who cheats more, men or women?
I don't know.
Women 100%. They're ruthless. They have no feelings. They have no heart.
Men.
I think women cheat more.
Men cheat more.
Women.
Why would you say that?
You can get me in trouble. I'm not answering that.
According to general social surveys, about 20% of men cheat and 13% of women cheat. However, I couldn't help but wonder that there's some sort of something missing. For example, I personally think that men would probably take this survey and kind of boast about it, whereas women would probably kind of hide it because they probably felt a little bit more guilty. And hey, I don't want to take sides, but that's why we're taking this to the street. Who cheats more, men or women?
Men, because I feel like it's more socially acceptable, more encouraged than it would be for women.
I feel like women cheat more. They get bored pretty quickly. Once they find somebody, turn to tape for a while, and then once that dies down, they basically go on to the next one.
I think men think that they can get away with it easier. I just think they have a higher propensity to cheat.
I think it's because guys tend to not really get into relationships. They'd rather like date around. So when they are in a relationship, they're usually to stick with it versus girls want that relationship and then realize maybe they don't want it later.
I think men like to be blamed more, but women just go unnoticed cheating.
These are all valid answers, but one thing I noticed was that when people said men cheat more, they had no actual valid reason to back it up. What's up with that? Y'all hate us? Why would you say men?
Because they're horny as
Because I don't like them. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't like them very much. I do feel like they just are worse. Right.
Because women are hotter.
I really don't have an answer for that.
All right, let's put cheating aside for a second. Let's actually get to the bottom of this. Are men and women cheating for the same reasons? There has to be a reason. There has to be a reason.
Women just cheat because they're bored. They're like gold diggers, right? Or not. I got that.
I think probably both cheat for the same reasons. They're unfulfilled in a relationship and they're seeking fulfillment elsewhere.
I don't think it's for the same reasons. You know, guys are usually the ones that are hornier, but I feel like girls are usually, they just want the attention.
Men just want to get bitches.
Women feel like they're not really being loved, not being cared for, not being, just like all of the things that you usually look for in a conventional relationship.
I think men cheat because they're horny, and I think women cheat because they're not being taken care of emotionally.
Women always have backups, bro. I'm telling you, you could be dating a girl for 5 years. There's dudes in her DM. She has a list.
This made me wonder, could it be that men and women cheat equally, but we're biased towards men because women tend to hide it better?
I think you're probably right to say that women keep it secret more.
Or women get treated much worse when they do cheat, I think. So they do it less, probably.
Absolutely. Guys are terrible at hiding anything. Women can be snakes. Women can be devious. They can hide whatever they want, and they can play so innocent. If you accuse them, they can play the victim.
I think they are more secretive, but that doesn't change the fact that I think men cheat more often.
Because men can get away with cheating. Think about like how many famous people that are men get away with cheating. How often do you hear famous women getting away with cheating?
Exactly, but you don't hear it, but you know it's happening.
I think it's because when a guy cheats or when a guy has a bunch of girls, it's, applauded. They look up to you, and whenever a girl does it, it's frowned upon.
We talked about bias when it came to the survey, but this made me wonder, are we not considering the fact that some people probably have more pessimistic opinions because they've cheated or because they've been cheated on? Let's find out.
I've been cheated on with two different people. First one was just one time, and then the second person, it's like two separate occasions. It was probably the craziest story of my life.
I would say I have.
You've cheated?
Yeah. It was a middle school relationship.
How did you cheat?
No further questions.
I have never cheated. I have been cheated on.
How many times?
Oh, God.
What's the most savage thing you've done in a relationship?
Savage.
I can't say that. Overcook the eggs? Overcook the eggs.
Nah, come on.
I can't.
I broke up with this guy and I literally just felt nothing and I just let him cry. He was a mess.
Did you wipe the tears?
No, I didn't feel anything towards him.
For me, it was killed my ex, buried her by that tree over there, so.
One time I told my now fiance that he looked really bad in his pants and I feel so terrible about it.
Listen, I'm not here to take any sides. I'm just here to find the truth. And truthfully, everybody who has answered this question has answered it from a standpoint of personal experiences. So I don't think that there's anyone that can really say that this gender or this gender cheats more. Adrian, we do all these interviews. There are really men out here that get no bitches. They get no bitches, Adrian. Comment down below if you get no bitches. Not me, though. Y'all stay safe.